Hey guys, so I'm recording this video a little differently than how I usually do it. Usually I would, have a game in the background and all that stuff. I don't know, maybe whenever I make it home and I start uploading this video, I'll probably end up adding something stupid in order to, jingle the keys, I guess. But, who knows? I might not end up doing it, but I'm making this video because I feel like I have the need to voice my opinion on this, because I feel like I have too much of a strong belief in it that I should be saying something about it and also giving my thoughts into it. That being of this year's Pride Month, because first of all, happy Pride. Shout out to all of you that came out and all that stuff. If you came out recently, congratulations to you. I have high hopes for your future and hope you enjoy your new life. The congrats aside, I have strong feelings about this month in the topic of the side of the LGBTQ community that is absolutely insane on Twitter. That being the absolute extreme radicals that will immediately call you every single word in the book if you have an opposing opinion, even if it's rational or like level-minded, surface level type shit, all that good stuff. It's stupid because, first of all, you're giving a level-headed opinion with zero malice whatsoever, and then they start barking at you like you just stepped on their toe or something, when really it's like, no dude, I'm just trying to give a honest opinion. I'm trying to talk about what I think, and I think this. And you might be wondering, what type of pointers am I exactly talking about? Well, for starters, I just finished watching a video about how biological women are feeling like their spaces are being invaded by the trans community in particular. And to some extent, I agree on some pointers of the YouTube videos on the YouTube video that I watched. But I also have some opposing views, average Joe schmo opposing view type stuff. But the pointers they were giving out were that, because they were showing a TikTok, and I strongly agree with that TikTok, where they were talking about trans women are not women, but, emphasis on the but. It doesn't mean that I don't advocate for what you want to be like, because if you feel like a woman, that's cool. If you feel like you want to, I don't know, do all that crazy stuff on the bed, you do you, buddy. That's you. But that doesn't mean that I hate you. It doesn't mean that I don't advocate for your rights. It doesn't mean that I won't view you as the person that you want to be. I would just keep the mindset that you won't be a woman, because you can't get pregnant, you can't get periods, and you clearly, you can't do any of that. I mean, chop whatever. I'll still consider you as what you're biologically done. I will respect your pronouns. Let me make that clear. I will respect your pronouns. I will respect who you want to be. I will respect all of that. I just won't see you as a woman, Now, unless you're, those crazy looking, twinks that can resemble a woman pretty fine, then all the more power to you. I'm gonna refer to, because sometimes they, those kinds of people catch you off guard, and you just end up considering them a woman, straight up, and that's like dead ass. But I also believe that now more than ever, there's a great divide in the LGBTQ community. And why is that? I believe that is because there's too much infighting within the community. It's just dog eat dog out there, man. like everywhere else. It's just dog eat dog. Because you mean to tell me that someone within the community that advocates for your rights, that has an opposing opinion from you, that's part of your community, opposing an opinion that you have, and they think that, they think differently, and all of a sudden they're the bad person? I think that's absolutely crazy, man. Because whatever happened to inclusivity? Whatever happened to, being united as one in the LGBTQ community? It's just a bunch of people staying within their own bubbles and, preach inclusivity, but they say the opposite when it comes to someone within their own community having an opposing opinion. And I think that's scary, man. That's just absolutely scary, because that's just one way to crumble an entire community within itself, and then eventually dispersing and breaking apart. And I'm not pointing fingers to anybody or saying that they're the root cause of everything, but there's extremist trans people that believe all these things, where they follow whatever one person says. They say one surface of, how do I say this? It's they say one thing that isn't really true, and everyone else just runs with it. Excuse me. For instance, what's an example that I could give? It's kind of like saying that that people hate that people regular people hate trans people because of every time that they see them, they're like, oh, trans person, this and that, and all that stuff. And I agree that some of the things that people say about trans people shouldn't be said. I believe that we should respect everybody as humans, but those people don't see everyone as a human. Some trans people don't really see people as human. They just see them as someone that they hate, and that's it. And I think that shouldn't be the case. I think that because not everyone, it's always going to be that one person, but it's not going to be everyone. It's going to be that small group of people, but it's not going to be the whole thing. As it goes with every single other thing that there is in life, it's a small group of people that will be hating on the LGBTQ community, but it's not going to be everyone, bro. I swear to God, it's not going to be everyone. And I could say that for a lot of things in every aspect, but in this aspect, since I'm talking about the LGBTQ community, it's not going to be everyone. I myself have friends that have come out. I have bared witness to someone coming out in front of my very own eyes, and congratulations to them. I have no issue with them. We don't talk anymore because they used to be in high school with them. All the more power to them. I hope they have a good life. But I never really talked to them all that much. But besides that, I hope they have a good life. I hope they live well. I hope whoever they have relationships with treats them well. But I just don't have a single bit of disdain in my heart for them. That should be normal. That should be a normal reaction to have. And on the topic of that, I think with all this stuff recently about, because I saw a tweet earlier today of someone posting a whole grocery list of identifiers, and I swear to God, we don't need all that, bro. We don't need that. We don't. Because why are we using personality traits, and why are we using interests and hobbies as gender identifiers? Like, I don't care if it's not hurting anybody, man. We don't need that. Nobody needs to remember your entire grocery list of gender identifiers just for them to feel comfortable with you, man. I am a firm believer that if you have, pronouns that people want to give you, that's cool. If you have identifiers that aren't a grocery list of things and like 2 or 3, then that's cool, man. I'm not gonna have an issue whatsoever, because that's you, that's your life. It's not my life. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm not forcing you into any sort of ideology. That's your life. I respect it. Awesome sauce. Keep living your life. But me personally, that entire grocery list of identifiers is insane, and to see people kind of supporting that just shows me how deviated the community has been from what it originally was. Now, I'm not trying to say that, the TQ plus side is like absolute loonies. Again, there's a small circle of them, but not all of them. But within that small circle, they genuinely believe these things are so real to the point to where they get so butthurt, they clutch their pearls a little too hard, and they also believe that everyone is against them, everyone hates them, that even if those identifiers weren't there, they would still hate them. Like, no, that wouldn't be the case. To some extent, yes, there's going to be some people that still hate everyone in the LGBTQ community. Yes, there's still going to be people that's going to be like, oh, you're gay, you're bi, you're trans, oh my god, friggin', this is not my America, and all that stuff. Yes, there's going to be those people. I'm not one of them, though. I support you for what you want to be in life. Me personally, it's not going to align with it's not aligning with my views. But why should unaligning views be the thing that breaks a connection apart? I feel like it's normal to have different views. I feel like it's normal to have things that you don't see eye to eye with. I think it should be okay about that. And as with Twitter, as usual, they just start barking up every single tree they can come up with to, deplatform a person, defame them, cancel them, and all that stuff. I mean, I'm a random nobody, saying my thoughts into the void. My absolute ramblings that probably don't even make sense right now because I don't have a script, I don't have nothing. I'm just saying what my mind thinks. Because I'm gonna be honest, these thoughts have been in my mind since the minute that I started watching that video, and I felt the need to say something because I wanted to. Alright? I advocate for the LGBTQ community. I advocate for trans lives. I advocate for all those lives. I just don't advocate the harsh and rabid group of people in the LGBTQ community that just eat each other up because they have opposing views, or they don't see eye to eye with each other, or they say that a trans woman can't fully be a woman because, I mean, what else can I tell you besides, you can't have your period? Like, imagine going up to a trans woman and saying, oh, you're on your period? Like, I think that's weird, bro. Cause you still have a red rocket, dog. How the fuck am I supposed to, know when you're on it? And women know when they have their cycles, man. Trans women don't. And if it hurts you to hear me say that, then I'm sorry, man. That's just the truth. And if it honestly offends you to the point where you want to rapidly come at me, then come at me. Like, literally, dude, let your emotions out on the freaking comments. I could care less. And, like, I'm a nobody on the internet. I have, like, absolutely no platform. And if you want to, like, just go off at me. Go off at me, dude. I could care less. Those are my views. I'm gonna stand on those views. And if you have an issue with those views, deal with it. Because, you know, shout out to the gays, shout out to the straight. I'm sorry, not that. Chill. Shout out to the gays, shout out to the bis, shout out to the people in questioning, shout out to the trans. You know, shout out to all you guys. More power to you. I got some friends that are within the community. Shout out to them. Those are my big dogs, bro. Like, I'm always gonna respect them for what they are, but my views are my views, and if they don't, and if they, you know, eventually come across this video, figure out who I am and hear my views, and, you know, oh well, man. Like, genuinely, oh well. I mean, it might hurt me, especially if it's someone that, you know, I genuinely fuck with. But at the end of the day, it's fine to go separate ways if you don't have aligning views. And, you know, I'm gonna quit sounding like a broken record. I swear to God. I'm gonna start right now. But yeah, I believe that's all of the stuff that I wanted to yap about, because those were the main points that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I don't have an issue if you're a trans woman. You're just not a woman to me. I don't have an issue if you don't believe that. You know, that's cool. I don't have an issue with anybody within the LGBTQ community, because I have friends that are like that. End of story. And I think that's about it. That was probably like the first video in a while. I don't know if I'll say anything anymore in terms of making any more videos. I'm probably just gonna end up like using it genuinely as a channel to just speak my thoughts into the ever-ending void that is YouTube. And whoever comes across it, thank you for listening. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to, you know, do all that stuff. It's quite literally just a channel for me to rant my thoughts to. And this is something that I've been really wanting to talk to, but I don't have anyone to talk to about without, you know, genuinely causing the whole mob to come after me, you know. To which this video will end up causing the mob to come after me, but oh well. Yeah. Appreciate you guys for listening again, and I'll see y'all next time.